Okay, alright, that took a little bit longer than the previous nights. But hello, and welcome to tonight's fantastic Dino Action Max Ancient Imperiosaur. Yeah, we can easily play it with cost reduction, with tapping all of the cheaper creatures below it. Now I have kind of tweaked the curve a little bit to just have, well, hopefully more creatures and make this thing a little bit bigger. Make them a 10-10, a 12-12, fantastic stuff, of course, for Lukka. Deal 10 damage divided as we choose among creatures and planeswalkers. Take out a Shieldred for 5, Reflection of Kiki-Jiki for 2, and a Bone Crusher Giant for 3. That would be quite lovely indeed, but that is the main plan here. The usual suspects, the bigger, well, not quite bigger, but the scary dinos that are hard to deal with. Carnage Tyrant, 4 copies of that, 3 copies of T-Rex in the sideboard if and when we do face off against control. I don't think it'll be forever that I always use Ancient Imperiosaur. I just love Carnage Tyrant so much. Kind of synergizing with Castle Garenbrig there, making 6 green mana. Lovely, lovely. Hopefully all you guys are having a fantastic start to the week. There's going to be some fantastic games tonight. And Pterosaurus, if you're watching right now, later on you asked about this clip. If I can't bust through stuff. Oftentimes I can't. Mono Green Devotion has swarmed the battlefield with lots of bodies. Nothing I can do. Well, just prepare yourselves.
Oh man, tough stuff.
Yeah, no. Fantastic. I was able to add that pretty quickly. Yeah, anything dinosaur related, anything that could be applicable. Yeah, I kind of see this as a bit of a conductor conducting a live stream. Switching music, adding in all those lovely custom emotes. It's fantastic. But back to the main event. Everything is pretty much the same, as I was mentioning. Starting off with Ripjaw and Shifting Ceratops. Cheaper bodies, stack the bodies, possibly, and Ripjaw just has been kind of nice against aggressive stuff, of course. Drawing a card, maybe we don't attack, of course this would likely deter a lot of aggression. They don't want to swing into it with anything less than 5 power. Trading with it, drawing a card, still being left to draw a card later on, oh, it is the bee's knees. But of course sometimes Ripjaw, oftentimes we don't draw anything. Of course against certain decks it is not so good. I still think it's better to just have shifting, maybe switch out Ripjaw Raptor, Carnage Tyrant, something like that. Bring in Ripjaw Raptor for game 2 or game 3 if it's something very aggressive and whatnot. But other than that, I think it's mostly the same. The 2 Backed Natures, 2 Unlicensed Hearse, 4 Flame Sweep for the fantastic aggressive stuff, which it was nice. I must say, I'd be surprised if I faced Jeskai Knights again. That was pretty cool stuff. Alright, let's jump into it. Hopefully I remember to use that Dino emote. I guess maybe it would be good if I don't have to use it, because that means I can bust through everything. But yeah, tonight is Super Ancient Imperiosaur, maxing out the full play set. Yeah. Chances are it can at least come down as an 8-8. One creature has tapped it, but you got to imagine it's pretty consistently going to be a 10-10, I would think. 10 and up with Lukka, spreading the damage out. Beautiful stuff. Maybe it's a 12-12. We take out 2 whatchamacallits. Cavalier of Thorns. It was on the tip of my tongue there. This hand couldn't really do. I was almost going to keep it because I thought Rockfall Vale was Rootbound Craig. I've done that before. You know what? I'm going to keep it, actually. I think it could be good. I mean, 2 lands. We don't have 2 untapped for turn 2 yet, but we're on the draw. We got a few more chances to draw a 3rd one, hopefully. Oh, Rakdos Sacrifice. That is going to be a little bit painful. Of course, there is Flame Sweep to bring in for game 2, so that shouldn't be super bad. And we have quite a few things with trample that we don't have to worry about chump blocking from all their little things. You know, maybe a big Marauding Raptor, a 6-3, 8-3 potentially if it's pinged enough dinos. Chump blocked by that painful cat. Now hopefully they don't get an early Mayhem Devil to just make all these pings and the cycles that much more painful. Oof. All is not lost yet. And we could possibly surprise them with that flame sweep after they've brought the cat back in. Before the oven untaps, we take the cat out, we take out all their creatures, and they don't have anything to sacrifice for it. And there we go, the third land. They're all tapped out. That is a beautiful thing. We can safely go Marauding plus Drover the Mighty. Now, I'm all but certain one, at least, of these things is going to die. I suspect I could just use Fatal Push on Marauding, bring Drover the Mighty down to a 1-1, and then Blood Tithe Harvester could possibly finish it off right there. If we get another land next turn, we would get Ancient Imperiosaur down as a 10-10, and if everything sticks around, of course. You got to expect Claim the Firstborn with Rakdos Sacrifice. It's been quite some time. Certainly, I'm happy I haven't really faced it much. It was quite popular way back when, probably about a year ago or so. Yeah. I mean, Fatal Push is already painful enough, but when they kill it or they steal it and then they sacrifice it, yikes. Oh, okay. Well, that's looking pretty good. I'm pleasantly surprised Drover is still sticking around. Of course, they don't have a whole lot in the way of cards, so this might bode well for us. Now, it could completely tap out Regisaur Alpha, Drover the Mighty, and that token just to make Ancient Imperiosaur as big as possible. Of course, if Regisaur Alpha is tapped, it's still going to give haste to the Imperiosaur and lovely 12 trample. Oof, okay. Fatal Push had to happen. That's pretty good. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Maybe I need more coffee. More sleep. Well, we're not quite dead yet. No, we're dead. What am I thinking? We're not going to recover from that. They're going to do a whole bunch of painful cycles, sacrificing the blood token, the food token, the cat, another food, Blood Tithe Harvester itself. Well, that's not going to happen. So, Flame Sweep it is. Unlicensed Hearse. Now, you might think, oh, sometimes Unlicensed Hearse would get the cat, but they should always be able to sacrifice a food in response to targeting the cat. So I don't really like things like this. Leyline of the Void, of course, fantastic. A thing just, well, it doesn't hit the graveyard. It kind of goes around it. If something is exiled instead of going to the graveyard, that means they don't hit the graveyard and then get exiled. It's like an alternate route that oftentimes you can't come back from. Ripjaw Raptor could be alright. I would imagine they don't have Shield Drid and drawing a bunch of things. Good stuff. Ancient Imperiosaur, something with trample, yeah. But Lukka Bound Ruin. Of course, that could do a lot. Flame Sweep is going to do, I think, a lot more than Lukka is. This, taking out multiple stuff. This, definitely, I would imagine, taking out multiple things. Fry the cat. Would be nice to deal with maybe non-land permanents, artifacts, cheap stuff, so we could perhaps just get rid of the oven altogether. But that is not tonight's list. Yeah, I like the looks of that. I think Ancient Imperiosaur should be perfectly fine. I was thinking Carnage Tyrant, but I don't think they have a whole lot of removal. Maybe they'll bring it in, more unconditional stuff for 2 that could possibly target Ancient Imperiosaur. This looks lovely as well. Of course, hopefully there's no Fatal Push. As long as Marauding Raptor sticks around 1 turn, comes back, Ripjaw Raptor for 3, draw a card, power it up to a 4/3. That's going to be a great value. Well, excuse me. Okay, wow. Hopefully I draw a second Marauding Raptor. At least we see the turn 2 Marauding, turn 3 Marauding for 1 red, and then Ripjaw for 2 green. It does not get a whole lot better than that, but this is looking pretty good already. Even if Marauding dies, I'm eventually going with Valve. Oh my goodness. Well, they're stumbling in the land department. As we have in the past. As everybody does. I think it's... Well, you goofed up. They goofed up big time. Yeah. We wouldn't have been able to play Ripjaw. Well, they should have killed it. They won't be making that mistake again. I'm pretty certain. You only really get lucky like that once in a match. Sometimes I've surprised people with sneaky trample, sneaky reach with shifting Ceratops. That looks pretty good as well. Of course, Marauding Raptor, 3 toughness, surviving the 2 damage from Flame Sweep. Oh, this could be good. And again, seeing the Sheltered Thicket, we've seen it quite a bit. And there is only 1 copy, I believe. There might be 2. There's definitely not 3. If they don't get an oven, it could be very nice to take a bunch of... Oh, they're stumbling once again. Oh my goodness. This is a little bit interesting. Let me think. I would like to go Drover, but they could respond by taking out Marauding Raptor. And then we would lose Drover. I'm going to try and see what happens with the second Marauding. Going off the fact that they might Fatal Push or something. Do something with something. Ah, there's the Fatal Push. That's unfortunate. Oh, they still didn't use it. Interesting. Huh. Of course, it looks like taking out that unlucky witness might have gotten them to their second land. Back-to-back Fatal Push. Okay. Beautiful stuff still. Regisaur Alpha, of course, they only have 1, and that's probably done for them. We didn't really even need to use Flame Sweep, which I'm quite happy about, for sure. Oh, wow, shooting up. Just looking at the stats here, 7 likes. Fantastic. All right. Got her done. Yeah. What did I face to get it back into plat? I can't remember. It was pretty quick. Yeah, I'm thinking definitely with Ripjaw, it warrants the Flame Sweep quite a bit. Anything instant speed, damage to each creature, that is that's the ticket. In a lot of cases where I was just stuck having a tough time against aggro, I'm going to have a little bit better of a time with that. A lot of stuff for 2, that's for sure, but it could be nice, explosive. There should be a good chance we get something useful. Hey, Thoughtseize. Good luck. We're going to be playing something eventually. You can't get rid of everything. Send the Rockfall Veil to the side there, just so I don't forget. Well, in case I played it, I would be at... Oh, Dimir, have no fear. Phew, okay. We know they don't have a Fatal Push, which is very nice indeed. They gotta do something quick. If everything still sticks around, Ancient Imperiosaur is just gonna decimate them. They're gonna flash in some rogues, I bet. I imagine they'd want to do that. Counter Aura Rogue coming up. Pretty much all like, oh, it's okay, this is good. We should all but be guaranteed to get Regisaur Alpha next turn. At the moment, it's sitting at 3. It would be pretty sweet to go Regisaur Alpha, and then still tap a bunch of stuff, then play Ancient Imperiosaur, super big. Oh, yeah, as I thought, the Soaring Thought Thief. Hopefully they tap out here, but I would... Oh, okay, that's alright. We got a bunch of bodies. The Painful Ruin Crab. Oh my goodness. They milled 2 Shifting Ceratopses back to back. I'd be crying quite a bit more if... well, if I didn't already have good stuff in my hand. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. We're going to be hitting them for lethal, I think. Yeah. Regisaur Alpha for 3. Beautiful. That's what I want to do. We've got 5... Yeah, okay. I wanted to make that or Ancient Imperiosaur. The names of dinosaurs blend together. But, yeah, Ancient Imperiosaur was already reduced to 5. Could have played Drover with that 1 green, tapped 6 things. No, 5. Well, 5 things. 10, an 18/18 trample haste, ward 2. That's definitely good. Definitely bigger than Galta. So perhaps this lower cost, lower curve to start with Ancient Imperiosaur is a pretty good way to do things. And always keep in mind, if Marauding Raptor is reduced to 1 red from Huntmaster, boom. Marauding for 1 red reduces Ancient Imperiosaur by 1. And then you also get to tap Marauding. So it's like Marauding for 1 reduces Ancient Imperiosaur by 2. Pretty sweet. But Dimir Rogues, okay, yeah. Definitely unlicensed hearse. I want to keep bringing this in whenever I face them. Eat away at our own graveyard to stop us from having 8 or more and turning on all the things that rogues do. Ripjaw Raptor, well, I don't think Ripjaw is going to be sticking around too long. Carnage Tyrant, yeah. Yeah. Oh, 2. I gotta take out 2 more things. Galta. Galta would be nice, but I definitely value a bunch of Carnage Tyrants more. Maybe could have been 2 Carnage Tyrants, 2 Galta, but 4, just drive it home. You can't target it, you can't counter it, ever. That looks pretty sweet, I must say. 3 lands in Huntmaster, even if they do something to it. Topiary Stomper coming down, getting us to 4, and possibly Lukka for 5 on turn 4. Playing Huntmaster. I'll see if I feel like doing that. Well, hopefully they don't have Fabled Passage next turn. Of course, that's always painful. Phew. Fabled Passage entering, it's a land, and then they pop it, and then another land enters, and the mill begins. At least they don't have a counter spell, they don't have removal. That happened instantly, so could just be all a bunch of creatures. Oh, there's a Nighthawk Scavenger, a bunch of creatures though. Oh, there we go. We got the land I wanted. Topiary Stomper. Yeah, we're going to be taking out the Nighthawk Scavenger next turn. Although I might wait for Carnage turn. We should have a little bit of time. We're still at a nice 20. 43 cards in. Oh, like I said, Fabled Passage. Not so great. It does make sense they waited till it was their 4th land, so the land they grab enters untapped. I'm just happy we aren't seeing 2 Ruin Crabs early. Ouch. I guess this spin on Dimir Rogues, having Ruin Crab, which isn't always in, maybe Unlicensed Hearse probably isn't so good. We definitely can't keep up with the mill that they're doing here. And Shieldred. Okay, I see what's going on. Well, that's not so bad. Lukka for 5. No, 2. Yeah. Carnage Trent, 100%. At the very least, we would be able to take out Shieldred next turn. Imagine they'd hold her back. Maybe they would have blocked Carnage Trent, but again, they probably could have just swung, taking us down pretty low, unfortunately. Maybe they play another Nighthawk Scavenger. I take out both of those with Carnage Trent's thing. Play a second Lukka, take out Shieldred the turn after that. I just hope they don't have a counterspell coming up. Okay, still feeling pretty good. Only got 2 left. There we go. Halfway through the deck, down to 30. Nash, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Twisted Metal, new show. I haven't, well, I've heard of Twisted Metal, but haven't really looked into it ever. Victor, how's it going? Hopefully all is well. Man, if only we had something with 8 power. Taking out Shieldred and the Nighthawk Scavenger. Of course, Lukka has to be what weapons this turn. No counterspell. You can do it. I figured it was drowned in the lock. Yeah. Nuts. Shifting Ceratops, at least stopping the Nighthawk Scavenger would be good, but yeah, I'm getting rid of Unlicensed Hearse. This is not quite the normal Dimir I'm used to. I mean, look at that. 18 comma. Unlicensed Hearse definitely would get big, that's for sure. Yeah, 2 T-Rexes. A big thing. Of course, T-Rex being that 8 power, we take out Shieldred for 5 and then something else with 3 toughness. That's the plan, at least. As long as you can take out Shieldred and something else a little small, should be good. 2 lands, bunch of stuff for 2, certainly feels nice. Castle Garenbrig, of course, maybe helping us get that T-Rex down a little bit sooner. Oh, okay. Now they're bringing back everything. I like new stuff, but of course, if there is an old game that I used to play, it's nice to see what they do with it. They don't always do it right, but you get that nostalgia factor for sure. Eliminate. Well, it's been a long time since I've seen that. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 3 or less. And this is quite fantastic too. We get to go safely, Marauding plus Drover, after drawing that 3rd land there. If everybody survives, even if Marauding dies and we still draw the 4th land, we would get Carnage Trent, but hopefully Marauding is still sticking around, meaning we get Tranix Rex next turn. Oh boy. It doesn't look so scary. 3 lands, 2 creatures, nothing to worry about. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. Land, you can do it. Oh, phew. I was getting a little bit worried there. They might have a fatal push for Drover. I think that's probably why I didn't do a whole lot with Twisted Metal or anything like somewhat dark. I didn't play a whole lot of scary games. And we should be in a pretty good position to get T-Rex next turn. Okay. I think my favorite dark, well, it's not really a scary game, Splinter Cell. The original Splinter Cell, which I think they remastered. I never played it right. I just ran through everything, punched open the doors, made as much noise as possible. That's definitely very different than Twisted Metal, but enjoyed it. Oh, Carplucent Forest as well. Now, you know, we're not dead to 2 Thieves Guild Enforcers. I think there could be a pretty good case to just slap down T-Rex, do a bunch of damage. I think it might threaten them to hold back at least 1 Thieves Guild next turn just to take it out with the Death Touch. Oh, placed it. It's been a while since I've really played console stuff. Oh, the Shieldred. Nighthawk? Okay, well, it looks like we might have been done in, unfortunately. Or another T-Rex. Well, that's not another T-Rex, and that will be it. Yeah. Just some lovely aggression early on from the Thieves Guild Enforcer. That's all right. Oh, I forgot. You guys didn't see it probably because you weren't watching right at the beginning, but yes, if I can't bust through like I couldn't bust through those rogues.
Oh man, tough stuff.
Well, maybe I should make somebody the button master. If something happens, you press the button. I don't know. Or I could give everybody one-time use credits per stream, per watch. So if you want to trigger the falling nut emote or video clip, whatever it is, you could like put the nut in chat and then the nut falls. I guess it probably would get pretty crazy if a lot more people were watching, but you know, for now, certainly seems like it would be doable. Oh, that is not good. Not so good. No. Okay, wow, way better. Cult would be nice. Nah, we'll player safe. Just of course, because we don't know what the opponent is doing. I play red, green, blue. Is it going to be tamer? Oh, this is artifacts, something nasty, scary. Who knows? Hopefully, Shifting Ceratops is going to do quite well. Blue-based artifact in soul artifact, I think. Sadly, don't have Brotherhood's End. Taking out all of the artifacts that this person is going to be playing. Red, green, what? I don't know. Oh, red, green, blue. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Oh, Dragonspark Reactor. Okay, so is this what it is? Play a bunch of stuff. When it or another artifact enters the battlefield, put a charge counter on Dragonspark Reactor. Pay 4, sacrifice it, deal damage equal to the number of charge counters on it to target player, and that much damage to one target creature. Okay, so we want to go fast. I've never seen this in quite some time, or at least a deck focused around it. Of course, we could go Topiary Stomper, get a land, or shifting. You know what, let's go Topiary Stomper. We'll get to 7 lands that much sooner. Or just increase the chance of getting to 7 lands. We couldn't attack with Shifting Ceratops that turn anyway. Marauding is going to be a 4-3 whether I play Shifting or Topiary Stomper. Next turn I get to attack with Shifting. Boom. That was definitely much better. Maybe if they could have had a counter spell, but I think it's just going to be a lot of artifacts. Excuse me. To charge up that Dragonspark Reactor and pop it. Maybe they have Some sort of sweeper? No. Just keep playing and sacrificing the experimental synthesizer. Okay. I think we should be able to get it done. Although Dragonspark Reactor only red could target shifting to take it out. Oh, well, no, this is very good stuff indeed. I was going to go with shifting, but Regisaur Alpha it is. Maximum aggression. Take out that samurai. I'm okay with. Fine by me. Huh. Maybe it's a... Okay, never mind. We got him. We got him. I play red and blue Dragonspark Reactor stuff. Okay, okay. Is most of their creatures little things? I think so. Is it control Pioneer deck? Oh, scary stuff. Maybe have Torrential Gearhulk. I would imagine Torrential Gearhulk is in that. Man, that thing's fantastic. Torrential Gearhulk, Magma Opus. A painful, painful combo indeed. Lukka Bound. I probably don't need that too much. Flame Sweep definitely feels like the more impactful thing. Just a lot of little creatures that we're going to take out. Carnage Trans. Yeah. Could probably keep it like that. I was thinking unlicensed first just to stop Emery, Lurker of the Loch, from getting an artifact back from the graveyard, replaying it, sacrificing it, just kind of recycling them and supercharging that reactor. Yeah, should be okay without it. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I always assume, I guess, that Izzet control, or I hear Izzet and then I just figure, oh, it's Torrential Gearhulk, Magma Opus, cheating that out, doing lovely. Oh, okay, so that is what it is. All right. Well, yes, they do have lots of artifacts to make lots of little things. I'm definitely going to be prioritizing Flame Sweep next game if it goes to that. Just confirming that we're seeing Iconoclast and possibly the Young Pyromancer. Oh, Invoke Calamity, yes, okay. Oh. Uncommon, oh, interesting. Invoke Calamity though, that is pretty cool. Where's that Flame Sweep when you need it? Oh, yeah. Next turn, let's do it. I don't even care if I take out Drover the Mighty. I would take Drover out because we don't have a Dino. Sadly. My goodness. Maybe they have a... Okay, they don't have a counter spell. Wow. Shifting, Topiary... Topiary Stomper. Attacking with Drover wouldn't really do much of anything. It would just block with one of their little tokens. And at least Drover is a 3/3, so hopefully Flame Sweep next turn. Huh. Oh, Invasion of Segovia. Interesting. Where's that Flame Sweep when you need it? Okay. Some new stuff. Interesting. Well, it's definitely got to be a Shelter Thicket to start. Unfortunately, can't go with Ancient Imperiosaur, but we can do Huntmaster plus Shifting Ceratops. That I like. Maybe a big Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. Get through a bunch of damage, although it is it's going to be painful. I mean, they can untap a bunch of creatures with this Caetus, Sea Tyrant of Segovia. Huh. Interesting. What am I... I thought it wasn't as had blockers yet. I could have taken out 2 little things, although wouldn't have made a big impact. Where's the flame sweep? Come on. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Brotherhood's End, I mean, take out little things or take out artifacts, although I wouldn't normally expect to see this deck. Counterspell. Well, it's not a counterspell, but yeah, that's rough. All their spells have Convoke, so they can basically guaranteed play anything and everything that they have. Just hope they don't get another Ether Gust. Yeah, it's not over quite yet. We get that Flame Sweep and we mostly smoke them. But I really want the Flame Sweep soon. Oh boy, this would be good. Flame Sweep. Oh boy, well, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. At least we do get 7 lands with this second Topiary Stomper. Nicely able to play the Shifting Ceratops, and I might just attack with Shifting. What could they hit us with next turn? Iconoclast 4, those 6 tokens, 10, 14. Actually, let's do that. Because Topiary Stomper doesn't tap. Should be pretty good. To take out anything, if they wanted to, they'd have to block with many things. Okay. The 2 red mana sometimes can be too much. Cinderclasm, for anybody that doesn't know, 1 in a red, instant speed, 1 damage to each creature. For an extra red, you can kick it to deal 2 damage. So it's the same as Flame Sweep, but just that second red sometimes is a little rough. It's not too rough, but it has messed me up in the past. Certainly there's a lot of cases where just 1 damage is pretty nice. Maybe Mono Green Devotion, you take out multiple mana dorks. That would be quite fantastic. That seems pretty good. I mean, I was getting just too worried with all the board that they had. Wanted to soften things up a little bit. At the moment, nothing that they have can target Shifting Ceratops. Well, or block, I should say. But yeah, I do like the choice with Cinderclasm. Taking out multiple dorks is very satisfying indeed. But I figure this has to do it. Get pretty close. No, you can't target, can't block shifting. Beautiful. I don't see him getting out of this one. Yeah, that's mostly why I've loved Flame Sweep or Fiery Cannonade. If you want to go all the way back to the original Ixalan, Toon Red does the same thing as Flame Sweep, except it doesn't deal damage to pirates. But that's what I started off with. Fiery Cannonade, instant speed, pinging the good old Ripjaw Raptor for super value. Of course, I didn't have Marauding Raptor at that time, and it was not nearly as good. In Standard, we did get Marauding Raptor and Marauding Regisaur and Shifting Ceratops for a period of about 3 months, unfortunately, but that wasn't quite enough to get them to show up often. Is that gonna do it? Maximum aggression, let's go. They have 5 things that can block. We have 6 creatures. Maybe they do something with the spell that they have in hand. We're gonna find out. But shifting can get trample, and that token, yes. All right, got him. Game over, 100%. And I didn't even need Flame Sweep. Again, it's pretty interesting. I think that was, oh, just at a quarter of the way through the deck. It would have been cool to use that Flame Sweep, but definitely the slightly big stuff, certainly shifting Ceratops, forces them to only block with maybe weak things. We don't have to worry about this Caetus and Third Path Iconoclast or anything like that. Shifting, likely sneaking through a little bit more damage than it would have if it didn't have that protection. Would be nice to face Azorius control, although it feels like I don't expect it too much. It's been quite some time since I've faced it, and it's probably not super common, right? In the lower ranks, early platinum. Maybe it would become more popular as we get closer to diamonds. But this hand though, beautiful stuff. Marauding, hopefully turn 3 shifting, turn 4 hasty shifting and attacking with the other shifting that's already down, and that's going to shift our fortunes to a win. Tamer, oh, 100%. I think I did one night Victor with Tamer Battle Rage. I might have also combined Embercleave just as, you know, a 5th and 6th way to get that on it. Possibly this is Phoenix though. I've faced a Phoenix once today. For whatever reason, it's getting more popular. But yeah, Tamer Battle Rage. Actually, I bought the extended art version of Tamer Battle Rage from Commander Legends, I believe it is. Something like that. Yeah, oh, it's fantastic. Absolutely lovely on Marauding Raptor. Oftentimes it could be a 6/3. You get chump blocked into Oblivion, and then for 1 in a red, boom. A 6/3 double strike trample. It lives, it trades with Shieldred. That's fantastic. Shifting Ceratops. Shieldred wants to block that. No. We don't lose shifting. We take out Shieldred and we get 5 more damage to the opponent because of that double strike. Pretty fantastic. And this looks like a painful time for Izzet. I'm going to play it safe just in case they have a counter spell. Go with shifting. We can give it haste and we're down to 2. Woohoo. But yeah, now that you mention Tamer Battle Rage, I want to go back to that. Of course, I do love Lukka, but perhaps Tamer Battle Rage is all that's needed to punch through painful creatures, things with Death Touch, not just Shieldred, but of course she is the big scary thing. But now, speaking of Izzet control, that's probably not the list you're using. Not close to it, but Indomitable, Creativity, we really didn't see a whole lot. We got Fortunate, I believe. They see the things that can't be countered, so maybe they take out their counter spells. Of course, bringing in Ether Gust, potentially 2 or 3 copies, maybe. Lukka, there might not be a whole lot of things to take out. Possibly it could take out 2 little targets, maybe that Goblin token from Reflection of Kiki Jiki. Oftentimes I think Indomitable Creativity, excuse me, targets a treasure token. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting to hear some more about your list. I've seen, which finale was it? whichever vanilla. I forgot the name already, but I've seen it used before, and in Izzet Phoenix. It's a spell itself, and then you play 2 more spells, so it meets the requirement of 3 spells to get the Phoenix out of the graveyard. While Ancient Imperiosaur can be countered, can be targeted quite easily, so T-Rex, Carnage Tyrant. 1 Ancient Imperiosaur. Alright. Oh, the last... Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah, you could even post it in the Discord, the deck submissions, if you wanted to. It doesn't, of course, have to be all Dino. Oh, 1 land in 1 land. Technically, I can risk it. I got a lot of stuff for 2. I have 1 thing. Hoping that the first 2 draws are land, which they usually should be. But I'm not going to do it. Ripjaw probably could come out against these people as well. Hopefully Huntmaster sticks around, at least maybe to give Shifting Ceratops haste. Oh boy, what's it gonna be? I'm gonna take the risk just because it could be lovely if it happens. That's alright. Pretty good chance we draw something for 2 or 3. Topiary Stomper next turn, and maybe we'll get us another land, get us closer to the 4th land that we might be needing. Okay. And the sideboard, always a head scratcher. How much do you spread it out? How many different things do you try to bring the pain against? And yeah. Do keep it versatile, of course, is always a good thing. Maybe stuff that's good against Greasefang and graveyard things. So you have a total of 5 or 6 against that, but then it's good against other stuff. I always like that aspect. But this does seem like it's the Torrential Gearhulk Magma Opus variation, unfortunately. Coming up, they got 6. They got the Magma Opus. I'll hold out hope. I mean, it's nice knowing they don't have a counter spell. Shifting Ceratops can be the ultimate bane against this deck. Magma Opus can't target shifting. Torrential Gearhulk can't block it. The elemental token that's made can't. It is lovely stuff, usually. But at least I know exactly what they want to do. Well, they certainly still don't have the Gearhulk. They would have paused at the very beginning of the turn, right after everything untaps, played it, tapped everything. It would have been sad. However, it's got to be shifting, get a nice clock going, not have to worry about you-know-who. Oh, doubling up on a fire prophecy, perhaps. They were waiting to see a shifting. Okay, okay. And they don't have another one. Interesting. Oh, okay, they were hoping to get another one to deal with it. Whew. That's a good question. Very fantastic. It's not too hard to play, of course, easily enough. Oftentimes I can play Tranix Rex, which does have the same... What just happened? What's going on here? Oh, everything disappeared. As an additional cost, exile an instant or sorcery. Deal X damage each non-draw. Okay, that was painful. But hopefully Regisaur is painful. But yeah, going back to Ancient Imperiosaur, easy enough to play. Otepec Huntmaster and Marauding Raptor, because of their cost reduction, if they're both out, it reduces Imperiosaur to 5, but then they can both tap to pay for 2 more, and then you only have 3 left to pay for this. and it would be entering as a 10-10. Oftentimes, I think you can expect a 10-10 or a 12-12, the same power as Galta, the Queen. Yeah, it's very, very easy to play, I would say. Could possibly do it next turn if they're mostly tapped out and maybe just kill them. It's a lovely new addition that I'm going to keep testing out. However, Huntmaster for 2. Huntmaster for 2 reduces Imperiosaur by 2, just like I was saying with the cost reduction and the tapping. Let's see. So it's at 7. This one, 7. Yes, I'm going to try for it. Just hope it doesn't get countered. Oh, too late, too late. We already got the benefit. Look at that. Wow. A gamer's story. You asked about Ancient Imperiosaur, and you just... It's not like I'm trying this out for hours at a time to get a perfect moment to make a video of that. It makes these moments all that much better because they're happening live. There you go. You could think of that as average power. And going back to that, maybe oftentimes you're not attacking with the Imperiosaur the turn it enters. But again, Regisaur Alpha, other dinosaurs you control have haste. It doesn't matter if it's tapped, untapped, anything. Use that to make this bigger. Possibly you didn't want to attack with Regisaur anyways. They have a 4-4 or a 5-5, and it wouldn't have made a whole lot of sense. Boom. Boom. That was... The opponent couldn't bust through what we were doing.
Tough stuff.
Okay, okay. That was good. I gotta get like a gotcha or something. Oh, the possibilities are endless. I got 32 keys for buttons that I can press, but also I can have multiple pages and I can keep switching back and forth. I could have 100 different things, you know, knock them out quite fantastically right there. Man, that was good stuff. I'd say the main part about Ancient Imperiosaur probably is it can be countered. It can be targeted pretty easily, even though the Ward 2, it's not a big hoop to jump through. But again, something that's not super interactive, I think this could be definitely the better option than maybe Carnage Tyrant, Tranix Rex, that sort of thing. Just because it can come down quite a bit bigger. Hopefully Huntmaster sticks around at the very least. We're going first against mono white humans. Oh, the classic, fantastic recruitment officer, Luminarch aspirant. That's okay. That's okay. That's not the end of the world. Chances are it would have been if we had gone second. Oh yes, absolutely. So that's the counter spells. That's why I love starting out with Carnage Tyrant and Tranix Rex, maybe 3 Tranix Rexes, something like that. Oh man, Ancient Imperiosaur, I mean, next turn. That's going to be lovely stuff indeed. I'll hold everything back. Perhaps I deter some aggression. We'll see. Galta would be nice next turn. Either way, they're tapped out. We'll take a bunch of damage here, but I think we'll play something big enough that's gonna do the trick. It's just nice to have a bunch more dinos, I must say. Okay, down to 13. I think we're all right. Oh, Drover. Lovely stuff. Drover for 1 reduces Galta by 3. We only have 2 more that we can reduce with total power, so that's definitely what I want to be doing. and we can attack with Ghalta. We might have had to use Huntmaster to convoke and make Ancient Imperiosaur cheaper. Yeah, that's where it's at. Boom. I love it. 2 drovers still to block some of the aggression that they do. And I think we're off to the races here. I don't imagine they can take us out right now. Oof. Got him. Good stuff. But yeah, I think that's a fantastic point as well. Ghalta entering for 2 green or 3, and you don't have to tap stuff. Could be a little bit more advantageous, especially if you have Huntmaster. Player for 2, you get to attack with that, but Ancient Imperiosaur, well, I could have played it. I would have had to tap. Well, I probably would have wanted to tap Drover and Marauding. Tap at least 3 creatures just to get it to a 12/12, same as Ghalta, and then still attack with just the Huntmaster. I wouldn't have been able to attack with Marauding Raptor, 4/3, threatening anything they had at the moment. So I think the 12/12 and the 4/3 is better than just the 12/12 in that specific moment. Yeah, you can see sometimes, you know, it's kind of like Ancient Imperiosaur maybe as extra copies of Ghalta. Partly why I've toned it down a little bit whenever I'm using this. It's like we got 6 Ghaltas, I guess you could say. Yeah. Alright, mono white. I mean, Flame Sweep, not quite so good. Not the best. Things can get out of control. Although, Flame Sweep during combat, maybe in response to Brave the Elements, you know, taking out at least some of the little things could be good. Or just softening up the bigger creatures that we end up trading with them and taking out the little stuff. Let's do that. It's been a while. I don't think I've ever actually tested Flame Sweep against mono white. Even if we take out a few things, Luminarch Aspirant, maybe it's put a counter on itself, and then the next turn it goes to put another counter on it, getting it to 3 toughness, and we gotta cut something. Lukka, what's going on? Shifting Ceratops. Locking the changes. Okay, down to 7 seconds. Phew, I almost missed it there. But yeah. Flame Sweep could be good. Oh, okay, speaking of. Dauntless Bodyguard, very nice. Nothing was out before it, so whenever Dauntless Bodyguard enters the battlefield, chooses another creature, they can sacrifice it to protect it from getting killed. Yeah. Maybe Flame Sweep is the ticket that I've been looking to help. Oh, Skrelv, this is getting good. This is getting... Oh, and Huntmaster, what's going on? We're getting spoiled here. Marauding, Topiary Stomper next turn, get some ramp. Play big Ancient Imperiosaur perhaps, but they might have dumped too much. Oh, hey, thank you for saving my Huntmaster. I don't have anything that can get rid of Portable Hole, but... Oh boy. I like the looks of this. Interesting that Skrelv didn't attack. Of course, feels like they might want to save his thing. Tap, choose a card. Okay. They're waiting to do something. Wait and see if we can make a good Flame Sweep happen. No, okay. Alright. Hopefully no Brave the Elements. Skrelv can only protect one thing. Yes, oh boy. Woohoo! Smoked him. That's odd. Skrelv didn't tap to save somebody. Oh no, that does. Okay. Toxic, hexproof, and can be blocked by creatures. So Skrelv doesn't give protection to something. Man, oh, that. I was hoping Flame Sweep would take out a few things, but. Well, we know they don't have Brave the Elements, at least. Going back to Jeskai Knights, I believe it was yesterday. Brave the Elements, they had 4, like, all right together. That was annoying stuff. Portable hold may not save you. We do get Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. Okay, yes. No, don't use Karplusan Forest. I need that source of red for Karplusan. Beautiful. I love it. So yeah, 10-10. Pretty easy, of course. Again, it is nice to make use of Topiary Stomper. Oh, they can't target it. Good. Got him. Oh boy, I took down Mono White. I must say, it's been quite some time since I've done that. Cut. It's going very, very good tonight, I must say. We got the new emote. Certainly we bust through, but if you didn't see it already, I gotta play it for you at least once.
Oh man, tough stuff.
Yeah. Yes, fortunately I haven't had to use it actually too many times tonight. Okay. Maybe Flame Sweep is the way. Oh yes, definitely cut. It's getting better in this hand. I mean, 100% instant. Don't need to think about it. Pretty self-explanatory there. Maybe this is the Azorius control I was hoping for. They might be winning this one. Unfortunately, I'm not going to play anything because I think they got the thing. Oh, okay. So it seems like we might have been able to get somebody off. Well, that's no fun. Azorius, Fliers, Fairies, something. No, don't use Karplusan Forest. That was a close one. Of course, I want to go Huntmaster plus Marauding Raptor here. Still should be pretty good. Well, we got some bodies down, thankfully. Make that Fairy Mastermind bigger. That's alright, that's right. It's not the end of the world. We got the lovely Shifting Ceratops, which we can attack with. Let's just do that. They're all tapped out. They're starved in the land department. Boom. 9 damage right here. Love it. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, they knew they were done for. Lovely aggression. But, your guess is as good as mine. I definitely thought Azorius control. Maybe this is sort of kind of what they're normally using now. Invasion of Gobokon, exiling something, a non-land card, making us pay more for it. Then if they flip it, Light Shield Array, very nasty potential there. Putting a counter on each creature that attacked for them that turn, each of their turns, and they can sack it. Give creatures they control hexproof and indestructible. That is a very nasty package indeed. But again, there's counter spells, painful things. I don't feel Ancient Imperiosaur is maybe going to land too much. Lukka as well, we got to trim some space somewhere. I still don't think they have a whole lot of creatures. Maybe Flame Sweep would be nice, taking out that fairy person. Keep it like that. Oh, wow. Man, that is good stuff. Of course, maybe a case could be made not to have Regisaur Raptor against this Azorius. Oh boy, if this happens. Again, like I was mentioning, turn 2 Marauding, turn 3 second Marauding for 1, and then Ripjaw for 2. We got lots of stuff. Oh, no counter spell. Good, good. Maybe they tap out here. Play Invasion of Gobakon. Huh. What are they planning? I'm going to try for another one. We'll see if we can get the thing to happen. Spell Queller. Oh. Well, this is good for us, because that means we can safely go double Drover instead. Either way, we were going to be doing lovely stuff right here. Oh boy. Azorius Spirits. Perhaps. Certainly seems like that might be the case, but Spell Queller itself is just fantastic. We got very decent bodies. Of course, Drover of the Mighty, a fantastic backup of just being a 3/3, usually. But hey, if you want to pay 4 to bounce it, that's fine by me, because I still get to go Marauding. Plus, Ripjaw. Turn on those Drovers, we do have to tap 1, but we still get to attack with 1. And we draw a card. And it's Tyrannix Rex. That's good. Perhaps they do have a sweeper, of course. Although I don't suspect that's going to happen. Yeah, I like that. So again, another Dino, first 7, easily able to play it. Done. Man, that was quick. Yeah, maybe some people that don't normally play dinos or normally jam so many costly things. You've got a lot of cost reduction, a lot of ramp. The Castle Garenbrig. You might think it doesn't happen often, but I think it does. They can do nothing cut, absolutely. Perfect. Even just Carnage Tyrant, of course, feels nice. Carnage Tyrant and shifting. If you don't want to go fully into the big scary dinos, having Tyrannix Rex, just 8 creatures that straight up can't be countered. Shifting oftentimes can't be targeted, although Spell Queller is a bugger dealing with shifting. There was the Spirits match that I had a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. I posted from my phone. I had multiple shifting Ceratopses. Spell Queller exiled 1. I played another one, and oh, that was good. Revenge. Nobody's going to put shifting in the corner. Seems right. 3 lands plus Drover, getting us to Regisaur Raptor. However, Regisaur Alpha would be good. Nice to see Ancient Imperiosaur and a bunch of bodies, although this might be mono green. Okay, at least we're going first. I think we've gone first quite a bit tonight. A nice change, at least. Oh boy. Yeah, definitely Marauding Raptor. Could have gone Ripjaw, but this may be more efficient. Should be. Don't think we can go Regisaur Alpha plus Ancient Imperiosaur next turn. Or not quite, not quite. Oh, mono green stumbling a little bit here. Definitely just maximum aggression with Regisaur Alpha. Hit him as hard as humanly possible. I don't think they'll explode next turn. They don't have a dork. Their devotion is 1 green. Of course, Kiora could untap Nykthos, but it's not bad enough that I'm worried about what's going to happen this turn. Lovestruck Beast won't save them. Ancient Imperiosaur, 10-10. No, just Ripjaw. I like that. I like drawing a card. Shifting maybe could have been better, something at 5 power, but still feels pretty good with all this. If they can't fight or do something, they still die anyways. Good, good. Phew. You can imagine maybe if they were on the play, they would have been that turn ahead. We wouldn't have done exactly what we did. And they probably would have popped off the very next turn. But it's rare to not see an early mana dork. It's been a long time since something like that has happened. However, Flame Sweep, I'm bringing that in. Take out the dorks, anything 1/1. So at the very least we turn off Lovestruck Beast, which is not always in mono green devotion. Gruul vehicles a little bit, but the fact I see it, I want to at least not have to worry about that thing attacking us when they have no 1/1s. Lukka? Actually, Lukka, I want to keep in. That guy's been good. Punching through the big stuff, taking out big things, a bunch of little things. Want to keep trying that. Maybe. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try trimming Lukka. We'll see. Mono green, bring in Flame Sweep. Send out Lukka. Again, Flame Sweep softening up. Cavalier of Thorns. 2 damage. Maybe Topiary Stomper. You know, is attacking. Cavalier blocks the Topiary Stomper. Oh, we would lose it, but we do a total of 6. 2 from Flame Sweep. 4 from Topiary. Take that out. Various other things. Or just get through a bunch of damage. Lots of things are blocking stuff with Trample to take them out. But, you know, when you deal 2, you don't have to deal nearly as much to kill the creature. So that could also lead to lethal right there. And hopefully a 3rd land next turn. It would be nice to go Drover and Topiary. We could get a very surprised Galta though, with what we're seeing. 2 Marauding Raptors, 1 pinging the other, super duper reduction and total power. Not looking so good for them. Definitely nice not having done super nasty things as mono green often does. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Not quite. I was thinking I almost could play Galta, but Marauding for 1 red, 5 reduction, yeah. Topiary it is. And then Galta next turn. Possibly could have gone Marauding, but didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Drover, and then we get to have Drover. Don't have to worry about it getting pinged. And I'll just hit him. Maybe taking down Kiora to 2 could have been good, but then they'd still get 2 turns of untapping things, and it might be, the Cavalier of Thorns, as I expected. Hopefully it's not a land they get. Oh. Oof. Okay. They couldn't tap that Nexus. And, oh boy, we're about to do very good things here. Castle Garenbreak, 6 green. Maybe? Let me think. Yeah. We got that source of red for Marauding Raptor off of Drover the Mighty there, which is also what I want to do. This means, look at this. Shifting for 2, Galta for 2, Topiary for 2. Boom. Oh. Love it. Now maybe I just don't go shifting. Of course, it would get killed, and I lose the benefit of the ping from the marauding. But I would make this marauding a 10-3. Of course, it would just be blocked by the 1-1. So let's not do that. Yeah. I imagine it's just going to die to the 1-1. Or they just feel pretty scared at the moment. Oh, okay, wow, there we go. What's going on tonight? Mono white aggro, mono white humans, mono green devotion. I know, cut. Certainly is a welcome change. It had to happen at some point, you know, having a pretty good night. Yeah, back-to-back painful nights do happen, but hey, love it. We're certainly making the opponent super sore, as well I was hoping to do. It wasn't always with Ancient Imperiosaur, but the Queen shown up again multiple times. I guess the dino in the thumbnail could have been the excited dino. Excited to make opponents sore, but you know, it's crying because it feels bad how badly we're stomping them. Or was just prepared to maybe have a bunch of painful matches. Yeah. I was thinking about that Colt, but it just felt better here, I guess. Felt more natural, just keeping the chat and the music all kind of in one. I did have it over on the right side before, but it felt like it was kind of interfering a little bit with the cards whenever I would... Oh, I almost shut it down. But yeah, I could definitely try it out. Yeah, it was on the right for quite some time, actually. But this hand is not going to do it. Oof, no. Not really that one either. Oh, okay. Okay, it was... Oh, painful. I should have kept that first mulligan one. Well, we're not dead yet. Yeah, it's definitely something I could try. It's been on the left side for quite some time. And I definitely want the music title just in case you guys are curious about what song is playing, if you want to look it up yourselves. We got 5-color Yorion, 5C Enigmatic Incarnation. It's a long name. I haven't decided exactly what I want to call it, but yeah, that's what I was definitely thinking. You don't really need to see the opponent's name. Or at least that's what my thought was. It's not super important information, so I could just use that as a spot for the music, and it might be a little bit more beneficial if I ever have to, you know, mouse over the opponent's graveyard just to look at what they have, that sort of thing. Yeah. I was a little bit worried about Leyline Binding coming down to do something to Marauding. Hopefully we get something other than a land. Of course, it's definitely going better than I had hoped. Going down to 4. we can play pretty much anything at this point. Of course, they don't start off with Carnage Tyrant, but Ancient Imperiosaur, I believe, could come down. Oh, it's not too expensive. It's definitely easy enough to cast again. Tranix Rex costing 7, Ancient Imperiosaur. Well, not always costing 7, but yeah. I just haven't tried it a whole lot. It seems like it could just always stay in. When is it not good to play Atali Primal Conqueror, the new version of it? Pretty much always good. You get the creature. Sometimes Atali is going to have haste from Regisaur Alpha, and then you get something from your own deck, something from the opponent's. It's just always value, always good stuff. Usually always a good time, but I just haven't grinded a whole lot with it. That's probably going to be it. I imagine we'll see if they don't pop off too much here, but of course they're dropping Fires of Invention. And that usually spells doom. Yeah, we just got so many new dinos, it's hard to jam them all in, and it's probably not right to jam all in. Kind of tweaking things. If you've brought in Ancient Imperiosaur, maybe making the curve lower, increasing the chance of having multiple bodies, that's going to make it bigger. Rampaging Raptor, the lovely 2 red, 4/4 trample haste. Maybe better used if you're also bringing in Invasion of Ixalan. Any of the battles, of course. When it deals damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to a battle that opponent protects, or a Planeswalker. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, just spoiled with choices. You can't fit everything. And maybe a single copy of the new Atali probably makes sense, and it makes sense that I concede. Gave it an honest effort, certainly going down to 4, worth a try. But Back to Nature is going to bring them back down to Earth. Rip jobs? Well, not a whole lot of creatures that might block this, or that we might block. Carnage Tyrant is nice. Definitely, I like Carnage Tyrant over Tranix Rex. They might be playing that Leyline Binding for super cheap 1, or free if the game's gone on long enough and they have 6 lands. Of course, if they play it for free, their lands are untapped. Because of Fires of Invention, they can easily pay that Ward 4 cost. Yeah, that's not fun. Lukka, not a whole lot to get rid of with him. Nah, you know what? T-Rex. 1 loot. Oh. 1 tier. 2 T-Rexes, yeah. You're here, Pterosaurus. Good stuff, good stuff. Oh, yes, it is. Super, super fun. It can be. There's the option to proxy, of course. Maybe you find a bunch of friends that don't mind that, and that gets you into it. Or on Arena, it could cost absolutely nothing if you find a list that you like enough, whether it's dinos or anything. Yeah. If you just laser focus, you know exactly the cards you need to unlock. I could see it taking a week or 2, and you have everything you need, as long as you're playing every day, getting all the gold you possibly can, that sort of thing. Should work out pretty good. Even if you pay $5 just to supercharge your progression. Ugh. The darn Leyline Binding for 1 white. Technically, I mean, it's not as bad as Fatal Push. You got to think about that. Fatal Push, we would not have potentially been getting back that creature. Yes, I did hear about that massive losing streak. I haven't had to use this emote too much, Pterosaurus, but if I can't bust through enchantments, maybe this is going to be the next match to use it. I've got it prepared.
Oh man, tough stuff.
I love that. And it's lovely. Getting a land sadly have to tap Drover. Would have been nice to take him down to 13. Carnage next turn, maybe, if all goes well. Hopefully we get that back to nature, though. My goodness, that would be lovely stuff. Although I probably want to wait for Fliers of Invention. Okay. So many Ancient Imperiosaurs. Hopefully everything's still around and we get to go with this next turn. Might not even have to tap Drover, although it could perhaps make sense to do so. Tap these 3 things. This. Oof, clever imposter. That's not good. Copying the Topiary Stomper, getting them to 5 lands is going to be painful if and when they do play that Fliers of Invention. Let's see that back to nature. 2 copies? Still not. I'm gonna try for it. I'm just gonna tap the 2 Topiaries just so I can attack with Drover here. They are not at 7, so only the Goblin could block, and we might take him down to 10. That might be our ticket. Yes, oh, it is an awesome clip. I can usually get clips like that together pretty quick. Just screen record on my iPhone, trim it up, send it to my Google Drive, and then pull it off the drive and make it all nice on OBS if I'm streaming, attach it to the Stream Deck, time it up all right, and it sounds like it takes a while, but after you do it so many times, it's not so bad. And what Leyline Binding wants to target? They can't target Ancient Imperiosaur. They are tapped out. Oops. Oh, they goofed up. This is good. It's a night of goofs, it seems, for the opponent. They didn't account for the ward too. I love it. Yeah, I'm just happy to win without this. It's nice that we can surprise them. Hopefully we see it early, maybe in the first hand, of course. But again, I really like 3 copies over 2, just because it is so impactful. Destroying all enchantments. It's the best hate for this. At the end of their turn, maybe you use it. You get rid of Leyline Binding to get back whichever, possibly something impactful, maybe a Galta. You prepare for your next turn coming up, and you just you smoke them. You take out Fable, of course, and everything. That's where it's at. Oh boy. Yeah, keep it like that. Should be good. Okay, let's see that back to nature. Maybe if my hand's pretty good and I still don't see it, I might try mulliganing once. Back to nature. You can do it. Oh, no. That's definitely fantastic. 100% a keeper. Oh, we've seen a double mulligan from them. Hopefully that bodes well for us. Again, send the Rockfall Veil to the side there. Don't want to mistakenly play it and not have 2 this turn. Oh boy. No Leyline Binding. Good stuff. They have 1 type of every... Oh, okay. Well. This is getting interesting. Definitely shifting Ceratops. Give that haste. Hit him for 5 and... Oh boy. Hopefully we get a drop Tyrannosaurus Rex. Maybe they have a sweeper that's coming up this turn. Leyline Binding. Not so bad. Alrighty. Good old Drover. boy. Even if they take out just Marauding, we still will get Tranix Rex. It would be reduced to 6. If we lose Marauding, I imagine if we lose somebody, it's going to be that. Oh, never mind. Good. Beautiful. Well, he still could play Topiary Stomper. Ooh. Fantastic. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yes. Fired up tonight. Oof. Yeah, if you don't take out the early stuff, the 3 amigos, any combination of this, Huntmaster, Marauding for 1, Drover for 1, Topiary for 2, it doesn't happen often, I must say, and you guys likely have seen the painful times. They answer this, they answer this. At the very least, you can stably ramp and, with Castle Garenbrig, a reasonable chance to get to T-Rex. Even with this, 5 lands, including Castle, you got 6 green. Drover might be that 7th mana you need to drop this. That's pretty sweet. If all you had is that, Drover, boom. Pretty good. Yeah, hey. Pleasantly surprised tonight, I must say. What time is it anyway? Wow. We're flying through the matches, my goodness. Excuse me. But yeah, I definitely feel more comfortable with 3 Back to Natures. Sadly, didn't see it at all game 2 or 3. Just got lucky that we didn't need it. Vincent Rookie. Huh. It's not super fast. Certainly could be worse. A good chance we draw something for 2 or 3 coming up at the very least. We get to Ripjaw Raptor. Possibly Lukka for 4, if it somehow makes sense to do so. But I would imagine Ripjaw, then hopefully Lukka for the full 5 the following turn. Ping and mono white. Nuts. Somebody said hello. Maybe they know what I'm about to do. Oh, at least they did mulligan. Oh, and we got... What did I say? There is a good chance to get something for 2, something for 3 by the turns we need to play it. Perfect. Certainly it looked pretty slow, and it definitely could have continued to be that. But if we get Ripjaw, I mean, that should be pretty good to deter their aggression. Hopefully they don't have anything to deal with it, but I'm liking this. If they don't have Skyclave Oh, is that okay? Well, I jinxed myself. Man. The Brutal Cathar certainly is brutal. But yeah, if they didn't have Brutal Cathar, you can imagine that would have absolutely ground their aggression to a halt, 100%. Yeah, shifting. I want Drover as somebody to block. Actually, Mutavault is going to kill us, unfortunately. Yeah, can't beat them all. You can imagine how things might have been different if, of course, we were going first, being that much ahead, dropping Lukka a little bit sooner, taking out multiple things, but that doesn't always happen. You know what, so I'm going to trim Ancient Imperiosaur, hoping that I have enough good bodies. I think it probably should be the case. Lukka, take out multiple things. Yeah, I like it. But again, maybe Flame Sweep is just enough to do the trick against this particular deck. Certainly have plenty of interaction. This looks fantastic. Oh, a double mulligan. Again, I think they mulliganed twice the previous game. Yeah, plenty of lands for Topiary Stomper for 3. I don't imagine I'd need to hold up the Flame Sweep. I'm probably able to just go with Topiary Stomper, but you never know what they may drop. A Luminarch Aspirant. I don't want something to get to. Oh. Okay, I know what I have to do now. Yes, it has to happen. Actually, you know what? I almost forgot. We'll wait and see what they do. Maybe I can take out something. Get a little bit more value. Wait till it lands. The trigger is on the stack. Oh, as it enters. Okay. Now, they lose 2 creatures. Still alright. They saved the Aspirant, at least. Yeah, I thought there was an enter the battlefield effect, but Dauntless Bodyguard. Yeah, as it enters. Choose a creature. That's still okay. Saves us taking a bunch of damage, and we get that lovely Ripjaw, which again, maybe this is the secret sauce against this deck if they don't have that Brutal Cather. I think they got Destroy Evil. Or Brutal Cather. Also, hey, they're not playing anything, so it continues to slow them down a wee bit. Oh, and we got another land. Yes, definitely. Regisaur Alpha, get 2 bodies going. Smack them for 3. Imagine Luminarch Aspirant is going to make itself bigger, or something else. Little, perhaps. Ossification is quite painful, though. Oh, I should have jinxed that. I jinxed myself again. Nuts. Speaking of nuts. Three, 2. It's tapped. Definitely has to be Topiary Stomper. Get us to 7. We can attack and block with this lovely guy and Drover the Mighty. Oh, this is looking good for us, even though they've exiled temporarily 2 of our things. Oh my goodness. Well, at least they're not drawing lands. I'll take it. Scary stuff going down to 1, though. Yeah, Regisaur Alpha. Pretty fantastic. Of course, Topiary Stomper, Vigilance. We don't leave ourselves nearly as open. We got 2 things to block, and do I like? Yeah, I like that. Hopefully we're safe. I would imagine so. Topiary block Luminarch, Regisaur block the Mutavault, if that's what they decide to do, but they would lose a land, and they probably don't want to lose a land at this point. Yes, got him. Good. Good stuff. My goodness, if I take down Mono White again. Wow. Oh, Flame Sweep and Ripjaw. Maybe that's just what's been missing. Of course, I've used those things a lot in the past for years. Ripjaw Raptor was always in to start. Commune with Dinosaurs, Marauding, Ripjaw. Then I moved Ripjaw to the side quite a bit, and then I cut it completely. So I have many months, maybe close to a year, not using Ripjaw on the regular, and then I get to put that in perspective with times like right now, how it does seem to be doing the trick. Hopefully we're not dead here, but I think we've got pretty fortunate so far. As long as we can get Ripjaw down on turn 3, that might buy us enough time. Oh, but the Flame Sweep. Yeah, Huntmaster, make him think we don't have something bad. And hopefully the Luminarch Aspirant puts the counter on itself. It does seem like that might be the case, just so it would also threaten... never mind, okay. Cross your fingers, it puts it on itself. Do it. Oh, you can see how quickly things get out of control. We can imagine, if we're on the play, we got Flame Sweep with Thalia's Lieutenant, the trigger on the stack. Boom. We could take out the Aspirant, the Bodyguard, and that. That was 2. That was 2. That was 1. It would have been pretty perfect. But that is going to be it next turn. Yes, yes. Oh, 100%. Mono white is no joke. Of course, it's to be expected if they go first. Chances are you're just gonna die. Usually. But at least it does seem like Flame Sweep can equalize things. Make them think they're safe, respond to various stuff. The Aspirant putting the counter on, Thalia's Lieutenant putting a counter on everything, taking out multiple things and the Lieutenant before the stuff gets out of range, unfortunately. But yeah, just a turn too slow. As it often is. Yeah, seems pretty bad. Pretty bad sometimes, but hey, can't win them all. At least time for one more. One more coming up. Yeah, 2 mono white. It's been a long time since I've faced 2 mono white in a night. Azorius control, Grease Fang, Grixis control back to back last night was something I'd never expect. Scorpion to him. Well, seems pretty good. Bunch of lands, but the Castle Garenbray getting us that turn ahead. It's not just a land, it's kind of like it's 2 lands. And it's just 5 lands in total, which is what I want for Castle Garenbray. Drover the Mighty being, an extra mana to help activate it a little bit sooner. Does it live? Well, if it does, we get shifting a turn sooner. Good stuff. Oh, exciting. They don't have a fatal push. This is nice. Stomp. Well, there's no fatal push. There is a thing that's still going to do painful things. And Huntmaster, very good. Hopefully they only had 1 stomp and no fatal push. Maybe they just drew it. Maybe they have just a bunch of Bone Crusher Giants. At the very least, we still get to play something next turn. Stomp again. Pay 2. Do it. Okay, spend 2 on something. At least shifting is a little bit more hoops to jump through. Oh, never mind. It's not hoops to jump through. Okay. Regisaur Alpha, top deck. Next turn. Let's take out that Liliana. Carnage Tyrant could have been nice. We would have been in range of Carnage Tyrant. You can see here, Ancient Imperiosaur. Well, okay, never mind. We still get to take Liliana out. That's pretty good. Definitely. But yeah. sometimes against painful stuff, maybe Ancient Imperiosaur again isn't right to start with. You have Ancient Imperiosaur in the sideboard if you're on the play, or if it's something fairly safe that your things might stick around to play this easier. Maybe that's good, but Carnage Train I think is a little bit safer. We got options. Now just Topiary Stomper, Drover, make a massive Ancient Imperiosaur, and hope they can't pay the Ward 2 cost too easily. Yeah, might as well hold shifting back. Maybe they can't take it out too well. We could just use shifting to make Ancient Imperiosaur that much bigger coming up. It is nice, I must say. Drover being oh, okay. Oh my goodness, is this about to happen? Yes, please. Oh boy, I'm gonna do Lukka and possibly take a Bone Crusher and Blood Tithe Harvester all in one. That is good. The Equalizer coming down. Pretty sweet. Okay, let's do some damage. Your back's against the wall now. They're looking at that and thinking, man, that was good. Yeah, we still got lots of good bodies. We lose that, but there could be a good chance Galta, another Lukka would be nice to take out Shieldred, which we do have 4 copies, so it is within the realm of possibility. Don't exactly need that, but I'll keep it in hand just to perhaps be threatening. It's going to take too long to get back up to 4, unfortunately. See if Shieldred wants to block that. I guess it could crew the Reckoner Bankbuster, but we'd take that out, do a little bit of damage. Guess I could have considered that fact. Played the 7th land, attacked with Topiary and Drover just to really deal that damage. Yeah, that would have been better. Oops. Huntmaster not doing a whole lot for us. Let's get something big, something nasty. Shieldred, I imagine, would block Topiary, but Drover would take out Trespasser. The little thingamajig would take it out. I'll hold off, just in case we draw an Ancient Imperiosaur. Having all these bodies would be nice to make it super big and give it haste with Huntmaster, and yeah, a 12/12 potentially. Tapping that token and Drover and Topiary Stomper. Regisaur Raptor can be kind of painful. It's not a May draw, so it would always take 2, unfortunately. I'll wait at least maybe one more turn to do something. At least Ripjaw being 4-5 is nice against that Graveyard Glutton, but Reflection of Kiki-Jiki is... yikes. Nuts. Doesn't make sense. We wouldn't take them out enough. They just take all that damage and then smoke us this turn. Though it is running away from us. We could, possibly get a Lukka, take out the Goblin and Reflection of Kiki-Jiki all at once. Speaking of, okay, well, maybe this is what's going to help us. Sadly, nothing for 5 to get rid of Sheoldred, but I'm liking it. Imagine Reflection of Kiki-Jiki is probably going to copy that Graveyard Glutton, at least to deal a little bit of damage to us. Yeah, when it exiles stuff. Do something next turn at least. Domri would be nice, increasing everybody's power. There is a lot of things at 4. If we only got it to 5, we would threaten Sheoldred quite nicely there. Oh yeah, oh no, that does it. Yeah. Froxa coming down again, taking us down to 2. Either way, ouch. Ancient Imperiosaur, again. Good chance they'll kill things. Carnage Giant at the very least. Pretty hard to deal with that. Have him stick around 7 power, take out Sheoldred, something cheaper. Unlicensed first, well, I'm gonna trim Huntmaster. Yeah. And possibly the unlicensed hearse might kind of synergize with Lukka a little bit if we've exiled so much. We just crew the hearse. Maybe it's 8-10 things we've exiled. We've got a 10-10. Boom. Lukka, -4, and just decimate people. So that's something I'm going to have to keep in mind as well. I didn't clue into that fact. I know Unlicensed Hearse can be good, increasing the total power temporarily for Galta, being able to cast her pretty darn cheap. Drover the Mighty, of course, could be the thing that, crews the hearse, and boom, Galta for 2. Love it. Maybe we could have had a slim chance if I had played that 7th land back there, attack with Topiary, Drover, but still, they wouldn't have been quite dead. Oh my. Excuse me. So, have the sleepy dino for moments like that. This looks pretty good. I mean, it's a wee bit slow, unfortunately. Again, maybe Ripjaw could be trimmed against Rakdos Midrange. Mostly because of Sheoldred, but of course, hopefully we take her out and we don't have to worry too much about losing 2 life. No turn 1 Thoughtseize. I like it. I like it a lot. And I'll just take the little ping now. Would have had to take 2 with both Karplusan forests anyways. Well, I guess just one of them. Castle Garenbrig would have been that second source of green. Yeah, Ripjaw next turn, it could mean we get to Galta. Of course, I don't think Galta would last too long. I think there's a reasonable chance of that happening, though. Oh, okay. So at least we are safe to do some stuff here. 6. Yeah, not quite. And I think I should just try grinding out as much as possible with Ripjaw. Pretty good against Mono White, potentially. Rakdos a little bit. Of course, if we bring in a sweeper for 3, that is impactful. Taking out Bone Crusher Giant, Graveyard Trespasser, lots of stuff. And all the weaker stuff, of course. Can be very devastating. Ugh. We're not done for yet. Let's get that Regisaur Alpha, maybe take out Liliana, but of course we're already down to 10. So it's yeah. At least Unlicensed Hearse and Ripjaw might mean we get to Galta next turn. At least we never have to worry about Croxa with the Unlicensed Hearse now. Just hope no Shieldred. It would be nice to get Galta down, but I'll play it safe just in case. Oh man, I should have brought in Flame Sweep. Sometimes I've thought about Flame Sweep just because, you know, it gets rid of Reflection, the Goblin Token, Blood Tithe Harvester. Nothing for 3, but I think often enough it might be pretty fantastic. I did forget to do the Unlicensed Hearse that turn. I don't think we're getting through this. Reflection copying the Blood Tithe Harvester. That copy is going to take out one Ripjaw. One of them could sacrifice itself right here just to take a Ripjaw down to a 0-1 if we wanted to attack. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We'll have to sacrifice probably one next turn. Yeah, no. They got us too much, unfortunately. But yeah, a sweeper, something for 2, something for 3. Bring the pain to a lot of things. All right. I'll leave it there for now. Lovely, fantastic examples overall tonight, I must say. Keep using Ripjaw, something like that. Yeah, I had a good time. Hopefully you guys did. Cut, Victor, Pterosaurus, Holt. Nice to see a gamer story. Lots of people. Yes, a good night. Have a good rest of your time zone, everybody. Whenever you are watching, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever it is, and hope to see you next time. Peace.